everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing a little bit more Golgari. Today's list is definitely a lot different than what you're going to see me playing probably in the future, but I'm already in Mythic, so I figured out this is the best time to kind of test cards. I can't really grind and go any higher because I kind of got here pretty late in the season because, again, we talked about the ladder, but other than that, I'm just going to play some little unique cards and try to see how they do and perform, so whenever we do go back on that ladder grind in a couple of days, we have kind of a better list and what cards we should be playing and what cards we should be playing. So outside of that, let's go ahead and hop into the game, see how they go. And if you enjoy my content, please, for me, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you would. Other than that, I just enjoy you watching the video. So let's get out there in game. I actually have to play this Warden of the Inner Sky if they didn't draw a white source. It might even cycle, which is pretty funny, to be honest. You find a permanent white source. No? That's even funnier. Nothing like it, team. Nothing like it. So, weirdly enough, obviously Packle's bad, but this is much better to just like play it down because now we have a good blocker. Even if they attack, we can go for the throat to Packle and then play a Mosswood. Like double attack here. This is all perfectly fine. This is an artifact. Do I block this instead? I think I actually blocked the artifact creature, which is like a weird thing to need to do. But we can now go to combat. I don't think we see a block here, but we do make a lifelinker. That does trade all these. And then we just... I'm gonna play a 3-2 out, and I'm just gonna play a go for the third on the Packle. They might have a permanent white source. They might not have a permanent white source. But right now, they can't even play this card. And if they cycle this away, that's kind of why we destroyed the artifact creature. Because if they need to cycle again, Lethal Demolition won't do anything. They won't have an artifact. Fair enough. We don't remove the Packle now because they might not select one knowing that they still have one in play. They might choose a different option. Or they only did two, so they can't select Packle anyway. Leave me alone. We'll just get rid of this. It's the most troublesome creature. Will you attack? They also grabbed two more white creatures with no white in play. So that's pretty funny. This out of the way. Not very many times do you get to kind of just say, you know what, we'll turn up the gas against you. We don't care. And what a great draw, by the way. The only thing I'm really afraid of is if they do find this white source, this can definitely get kind of big and troublesome. Right now it's a 3-3. If they find a white source, if they crack this and then find the white source, it's, or I guess it'd be a 4-4, but then it'll be a 3-3 and we can kind of answer it. Do you block? Do you not block? Do you need to block? Will you block? A lot of questions. No rest for the wicked, you know? Go to time. Not very often do you look at Convoke and say, I'm going to turn my creature sideways against you. So, it's kind of an interesting place to be. To just be like, I don't care. I'm attacking you instead. I'm genuinely curious, by the way, with our opponent. They don't have a white creature in play, so they can't bring out a knight now anyway. Did you find a white source? Eventually they will. Kind of a white source. Because, again, they can't play the bunny corn, and the bunny corn is the troublesome card. Oh, please. It'll go to a 2-3 and we can still cut it down. So let them scry, thinking maybe it'll stick around. Move. This one? These ones. Okay. Maybe I messed up preemptively playing this Archfiend. Oopsie. But now they can't attack because they also die that way. So it's like Either way, this game is settled and wrapped up. They either attack, this blocks, kills a creature, they die. If I would have played a shielded, because, you know, I'm not patient, and I just said, screw it, play Archfiend, just play my turn out. The game's probably over anyway. We could have guaranteed it, you know. We could have said, game's over right now, but I don't want to play my $80 card. It's fine. I guess we keep, right? All right, take your over under. Is it control or Boros Convoke? Boros Convoke. Good job, guys. Well, we did hit it land, so that's pretty cool. Normally we don't hit it land. Do your thing. Gleeful Demolition. Do it all. Now play the knight. Come on. No? Pinch me. I must be dreaming. That's not his ass. Maybe just Bitter Triumph. I don't know, like anything. Fuck, dude, they just don't have like the right colored mana, huh? I'm just gonna do this to gain life, by the way. I'll take the reset. All right. We're just playing this game over and over again. Control or Convoke? Go. Huh? Oh, we're playing Golgari, not the mirror, but we are playing Golgari. Card going to slap here, by the way. If we can get to this card and we get to play it and then Path to Peril when they make a ton of plants, if that's truly what we're playing against, it could not be. We're gonna remove this now. Cut down, probably not doing much regardless anyway. And then maybe they'll play a creature here, and then we'll play land, and we can play Liliana. But nothing here makes me want to play the Preacher. It might have Go for the Throat. I thought this was going to be the Roots deck. Could not be. So you're a little less good than I thought. Could just be mono black. And I think that confirms that it's just mono black. So we play this. We play Lily. Plus on Lily. I'm just kidding. We minus, of course. Get rid of this. One of the hard things in this matchup will be the fact that they can cycle this to draw an extra card, which sometimes is the deal breaker. Okay. Surprised they didn't try to like grind it a little bit there, because like this would have stayed and they had this land as well. So a little bit weird, I suppose. We'll play 6/6. We got a big boy. Huh? I think they'll block to try to stall here. At least I would imagine. I feel like letting me hit here doesn't make sense that much. And now they'll take 2, and then we'll play this, and then they'll have to sacrifice this Preacher, and then they'll lose 2 more, and now we have 6 in the air and a 4/5 with Menace. I'll draw. Sure. Again, Menace. So we have options. We look. What do you have? Preacher and Cut Down? Gotta be Cut Down? Attack? 6? Now, the problem is, well, I lose. Okay. Fair enough. I might lose to my own creature here, which does suck. Uh-huh. Raw. I think we have lethal, actually. So we do this. And this dies. Or the flyer dies. So my 6 gets to connect. They lose 2. We go to combat. We attack. And they have to block this Shieldred with both creatures. And then I have the damage happen to the creature, please. I would like to win the game, preferably. And then that hits for 6. And, like, I guess the flying gets there. I forgot about the 2 they were going to lose. Sorry. But what I was saying, if they had 2 extra life there, because this Shieldred has Menace, they had to double block with this and this, so we can actually put the creature in the front, have it die in combat, and this would also ping them for 2 more. So technically, like, we ended them at -2, but, like, I also forgot the other creature I was going to kill was going to make them lose 2, and they were at 8. But, you know, it's all being dumb. I'll try to hit the record button. My opponent goes first. I'm going to keep. I hope you're all excited as I am whenever I see a blue-white land. I just, like, sit back, cry a little on the inside. I'm going to play around the counter spell for a turn. Deuce, okay. Weird. Not a card I'd be taking, I think. Temporary knockout blow, temporary lockdown. Get lost, kind of annoying. No more lives, I guess is what I think. I play my tap land. It's for... yeah, I guess. Problem is get lost is so annoying, but Liliana does 2 for 1 get lost. Who knows? They'll kill my deep cavern bat here. No? You rip counterspell? Sweet. Card, it doesn't really do enough here, in my opinion. Sure. And we knew it was going to happen. We'll just get rid of Archfiend of the draws. Temporary lockdown. They're going to play it, and they're going to eat everything here. Brother, I am tapped out. I don't have priority chances. Like, hello? Dude, troll players, man. You just can't with them. Alright. Well, I'll play a 3-2. This is exile. 4 damage to creature? No. Not exile. Yeah. Combat. 3-2. Nothing. Card that I don't necessarily think is that valuable in comparison to these other 2 is the Shieldred, and I know they're going to counter it. I don't really have a way to play around it regardless. So I'm just going to force it and make them counter it. Because the best thing we can do is get this Nissa online early. Gotta attack again. If they got nothing else to do, they'll remove this Mosswood, I think. And we'll play it again next turn. And I'll go for this. We'll pop that. Because they could have a get lost in their hand. Card I don't really care about. A card that's kind of annoying. And the most annoying card of the 2. So I'll take that one. So I don't have to attack to make this Emperor good. You know what card beats this Emperor? Me just plussing this I mean, I'm gonna do this cycle. Normally in these situations, by the way, you do want to activate your Planeswalker first a lot of time. So like your opponent can't interact with it and you'll guarantee get the value. Nope. Now no instant speed interaction is possible. They can make a 3/3 with first strike, but I'll just block my Mosswood and continue to cycle. That's like the thing that I'm not sure went into the calculation, is like, that's now free. And now I can long goodbye this uncounterably, and then I can recycle my Mosswood and continue to draw. Or I'll lose the creature, because we're playing Cemetery Protector. Interesting, honestly. I actually have to reread. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from graveyard. When you play a land or cast a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, win a 1/1. So they'll do neither, which is kind of funny. We could long goodbye this. We could hit this. We could bring this up and attack after we long goodbye this to try to get this off the battlefield. They block. This is exiled permanently, I think, so it's not even like that matters too much. We could play this. They don't have 8 cards yet. I would like to play this and kind of force them to that 8 card slot, I think. Well, I can't bring this up and long goodbye, huh? What do we want to do? I guess we just plus here. And do I play bat? I mean, bat's huge, so I think I do just play bat here. And this is Sunfall. I'm not giving them any chance in terms of playing, like, exiling it with the Emperor. Because this could just simply be play land, Emperor, and then do the thing that they want.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Eventually, we'll outpace this, and it won't be that big of a deal. Block like this. Keep our Nissa around. This is the only card that they truly can't remove. It's just so hard for them. This is how it is in general. Add attacks, they discard. They might exile the bat. That sucks. But it's the thing we got to do. Bat. I plan on playing shielded here regardless, I think. Or do I just play Mosswoods? No, I think I just hold back. Because again, this is the thing they can't remove. Sick. That's so sick. Alright. What is their last card, team? Sunfall? Gotta be, right? I can't see it being anything else. So, guess what we don't do? We don't give them the thing that they want. Turn the earth stick. I'm just drawing up. Find things like that to play. We pass. And now, oh, they missed. What do we do here? I guess combat. Attack here. Oh, they finally revealed the card. Sick. So they keep the original. And again, didn't give them that Sunfall. Just not doing it. How much do I need for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh. I mean, fair enough. I'm playing too greedy. Maybe. I could be playing too greedy. Do I trust? I guess just do this. Just do this. And then play this. But again, by the way, they could Sunfall this. I'm perfectly aware of that. Or they could exile with Emperor. I'm aware of that. The problem is they are a heavy land deck. I'm just waiting for a turn for them to play it. Or I get to the point that I can play this and start flipping it. It's so good against them. Now if they minus, like I do get to just answer it and get rid of it permanently. Sure. The only other problem is, as well, is we're getting close to one-shotting them. Yeah. I mean, we're getting close to one-shotting them. It's so weird against control, because, like, this is what I hate about Sun. I don't care about the populate. It's what I hate about Sunfall so much. It's like, if I commit all these to the board, and they Sunfall me, they get a 6/6. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem. That's why, like, this could never attack, because as soon as they exile it, like, I'm in trouble. But this turn, it's going to be this and this attacking here, and then all these kind of attacking face. And then I could play the shielded after, and then we can go for the kind of random gamble. But I just... Getting this flipped and kind of having protection and the fact that it's an enchantment on the other side is too good a lot of times, so they can't answer it. And then this is just plussing, just like slowly grind the game out. That's what you got to do against control a lot of times. So, yeah, we'll keep. It's pretty good. 3 land sources, a removal spell, a really strong kind of bodyguard / draw engine, along with the preacher as well. So it's just all good. They're trying to fake me out. Oh no, they're not. They're just for us. Okay. I was ready for this, just to be blue-white control. Uh-huh. I think we have to go ahead and pop this off, which is weird as that sounds. But play the first striker. Oh, probably should have played a preacher. As they play the case, my list is dead. I mean, they could also play a creature and then play case, but it wouldn't matter then. But to play around it regardless is the better thing to do. I'm in danger. What would you have? Play Stoke the Flames. You know, it's just a 2-mana case that works with creatures, right? Why would they know that? Fine. Untap land, please. Feature. Untap land. Even more so. Untap land, please. Guess what? I'm not going to draw more lands. You have another Stoke to Flame? At this point, I almost feel like just attacking me was probably the way to go. Ah, it's a knight. There's only like 1 creature I don't want to see. Well, okay, maybe 2. Untap land, please. Please let me punish the overcommitter. Please. Counters. This one. Counters. Attack. And the reason we did that is because we need our preacher around. And we're at 20. We can prevent some of the damage. We can also play Shieldred. You have another knight. That'd be so sick. I'd be so proud. Now we'll have cut down. We'll have a Shieldred in play after this. Just prevent as much damage as possible. Preventing 4 now is better than preventing 5 later after we've already taken the 4. Play Shieldred if I plan on attacking here. But I don't think I plan on attacking here. I think I just... Do I? I think I wait a turn. Just slowly make it worse. Hornet, do you have another Stoke to Flame? Because... I don't know what song's playing, but it's a bop. That's... I'm not even revealing. No? Nothing? Slowly cut down some creatures, I guess. All right, make more creatures. Don't want to attack because it is just a draw card right now. Sure. Come on, Boris. Figure it out. Got no gleeful demolition here. You have 3. That'd be so gross. Good. No attack is definitely going to make it tougher on him for sure. Because now I'm just in plus mode over and over again. I have a cottage I can bring up. I might even be willing to attack here with my preacher. I kind of am willing to attack with my preacher. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with preacher. I have so much mana. Never mind, not gonna pay off. It's fine. I'm starting to build like a massive board that they're gonna have trouble getting through anyway. I have 4 creatures that block pretty straight up any creatures that they play. And they're losing life repeatedly as the game moves on here. Because of my children. Plan. You would have thought a 6-mana spell would have been good. But, I mean, they just kept overcommitting. So I was just like, please let me have the Gix command. They gave it to me, so that's sick. Oh, we go first? Not a fan of this hand. But, like, I don't think his hand's bad. Like, his hand could be really good. But I can also see a lot of situations where this is just going to be bad. Enchantments, it is. Honestly, this is pretty good against them. What do you got for me? Tap this 1-lander? No way, right? I mean, I'm going to take the Kami. It's just a 1-lander you kept? And it did pay off. Player preacher. I'm a bat next turn. I think. I hit a land. You have a creature? No shot that they just went. They just drew the auspication. You're so cringe. Oh boy. I know how this matchup generally plays out, and I don't think getting the 3-2 down right now is going to be quick enough. Kind of whatever. I can long goodbye. I can long goodbye. I gotta take 1, I think. I guess I take that because I can re-bring it back. Attack. Land Calyx. Sure. Ooh, land's pretty good here. Little booper in. Then we just wait until they try to Audacity onto this Calyx, and then we remove it with the long goodbye. Hopefully they play this first, but they don't. Move. If I lose this 1-lander, I will be mad. You'll see me rage. Attack. I won't be that mad. It'll just be kind of frustrating. Like, I just don't know how they would roll out. Especially with, like, the pressure I'm putting on. Like, if I lose from here against a deck that doesn't play board wipes because they put 1 in. How funny would it have been if they're, like, planes depopulate? And I'll just... you see that poster back there? It would have a new hole in it. Just... it'd be aesthetically pleasing. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I think it just goes to show, honestly, how scary enchantments can be sometimes. Because I am like always high on this deck. Like I think it's really good for best of one. Never does that well in terms of recordings, but I feel like if you're like running well at all with that deck, you are slamming your opponents and it's not close because control can't get there in time, and the trample on a lot of your creatures just bullies Convoke. All right, well, I tried some different cards today and I honestly didn't like it too much. Be honest, it felt weird, felt like clunky. Weirdly enough, the card I didn't like the most, which it came in clutch a lot, but I also hated it weirdly, was this card. I always felt, and again, this comes back to like where the meta is in best of one. I think this card feels so essential to play against Boros Convoke. A lot of times you can't beat their nut draws anyway, and even like if they're on the play and they do the thing, like you lose. If you're on the play, like you can generally stall them out if you just have like good enough stuff regardless, and until you get to like a Gix command or something. But I think the problem with Path Barrel is just like it is such a dead card against control decks. Like we have no way to get rid of them. I didn't really like them that much to play in this deck. I know they're really good in the matchups they're good in, and they're like outstanding in the matchups they're good in. I just didn't end up liking it, so I don't know. I think I probably wouldn't play these, to be honest with you. Maybe some amount, maybe not 3, maybe have to force the Celestis in here somehow. But again, today was like, I'm just a Mythic. I'm just gonna play random cards and see what I like. You know, we're not. If I lose a percentage point somewhere. Like it doesn't matter that much. So I wanted to test it. A card that is absolutely essential, I think, is at least playing a copy of this, if not 2. I know it's crazy to be like, how is this card like essential? Against control, they just can't beat it. Control generally can't beat walkers anyway, and I do think if we're going to be playing Golgari, and best one specifically, we just have to play more walkers regardless. I think we need to play like the Sorin, the Lilies in this, even though it does put us vulnerable a little bit to like the aggro matchups. Making it 2/3 is not that bad, and also like Nissa plussing is not that bad. We saw it take over against the Convoke deck, and I think we used Gix command in that matchup. We didn't even end up using a path, and we just used Gix, so that felt really nice to do. Turn the Earth, by the way, is here to gain life and to not make us just auto lose the mill. I know it seems weird to be like, but you only put 3 cards back. Normally when control or blue-white goes for like the mill plan, they're just like play Jason, play Jace. You have lethal on the board. The problem is you just draw a card and lose. If I can mill this over and then put cards back in my deck to buy me 3 turns to kill a blue-white control player opponent, I'm going to do it. Like, it also helps against the reanimator decks. It is a little bit, it's like a one-shot bullet for those. If they're like, I'm going to target this to reanimate, you're like, no, you're not. You just like take it, you put it back in your deck, and you're just like, buy yourself some time. Gix command decks, you know, they try to target something, or they just return a permanent. I don't even think they target. I could be wrong about Gix command. So this card's really nice. Mosswood, good as always. Kind of on that same removal plan that I always talk about. We're on 1 extra cut down here. Not sure if I'm a huge fan of it because a lot of times it's dead in a lot of matchups. It just very quickly gets outgrown, especially if our Convoke opponent plays a War Leader's Call. Does like nothing. Deep Cavern Bat actually felt bad today. I know this card's really good, but I just... amount of times I just play it and I'm just like, take your thing, guess I'm going to keep getting hit and I'll attack and try to gain 1 life. It's just like a 1 life a turn source card. It kind of slows our opponent down. So I like it. Obviously, I think I just had kind of a bad experience with it today. So pretty much a lock here. I've been wanting to play Turnier for a while, so I'm glad I got to test it today. And I wasn't that upset with it. It is also a good pitch to Bitter Triumph or like a Liliana discard because you can play it later. And against the aggro deck, sometimes just 1 mana gain 2 life, tuck like the thing your bloodthirsty adversaries want to target to bring back. Sometimes your opponent's like, I want to bring these creatures back, or like a Takenuma cycle, you can like tuck some stuff maybe. Who really knows? But other than that, Preacher is a 4 of. Preacher is probably the best 3 drops hand down right now. Liliana, I felt necessary to meet. in the deck because, again, I'm talking like control decks. I know it's not good against Convoke. It's just if you're a mid-range deck, you have to play both sides of the spectrum. You have to be able to beat both, and Liliana's a great way to do that. Sometimes against Convoke, if you are on the Past Peril plan or even a Gix plan, you can blow up their board, play Liliana later in the game, make them sack their knights. It's not as bad as it seems. Also, against the other mid-range decks, Liliana is pretty much a house. Like, if your opponent taps out, plays a Rafine, you on turn 3 play this, make them sack their Rafine, you're feeling pretty good about it. Glissa is probably the best combat-based 3-drop that we have. And Tranquil Frillback might be the answer, honestly. It is mill for, or it is exile for the Reanimator decks if you have a turn to do it. If you're on the play, you can get there. Can destroy target artifact or enchantment. We can actually have it blow up the War Leader's calls and stuff like that, or just other artifacts and stuff if that's all they have. And it can gain life, but the best part is you can do all 3 modes. So, very nice. Like this card a lot today. Shieldred. I'll talk about it. Archfiend is actually really nice too. We almost lost a game because of Archfiend, but Archfiend against Convoke decks is so strong and so nice. Because if you do get to play this, and again, we played Path today, but if you Path, Gix, or wipe the board, it might just kill him. It might just lose the game. If you have this in play and you wipe them all the creatures will then get removed, and it's great. So then I played the Shieldred because I love playing the Shieldred. I think this Shieldred's kind of underplayed a little bit, so I like it, especially in control matchups. It's a must-answer effect, because if you do start to flip action in this, you just destroy another permanent that they have, and then you make them discard 3 cards, and it's a really good way to get out in front. Gix Command, the Bat, we've been playing out for a while, Nissa, and that, and then the Lance. So other than that, that's all I have today for you. I hope you enjoy the matches. I tried to cut a lot of the either super boring blue-white matches, which I played like 2 of. I just cut them. I played the one that was in, I don't even remember if I win or lose the one that was interesting. But I cut kind of the bad ones of those, and then any Convoke deck where they just went first and did the nuts on turn 3 and killed me. Like, nothing I can really do sometimes whenever I go tap land, pass, they do the thing, you know. So it is what it is. It's just where the format's at right now, and I'm just going to keep playing it regardless, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to try Golgari again. I'm going to make a lot of changes, I think. I'm going to try to rebuild the deck in general, just kind of be like, have no conception of what Golgari's been in the past and try to build it for this meta specifically. So we'll see how that goes. So I hope you all enjoyed regardless, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.